I want to have 10,000 followers by the end of this year.
It's possible to make money from this, and I want to turn this into a business if possible.
It's not just about building business for me, but it's also about inspiring those girls.
So how much did you earn through your Instagram?
How much did I earn?
Hi guys, welcome back to Fashion Project Japan. Woo! Welcome to episode 3, and today our guest is Gia. So Gia started her own online fitness community, and today we're gonna kind of talk to her and find out a lot more about how to get started doing your own passion project as a student, the steps you need to build your online presence, and her general advice for people who just want to start their own passion projects.
Okay, hi guys. So I've been hosting Passion Project Japan for so far 2 episodes, and today I'll come here as a guest to show you guys how I've been, built my passion project, so-called stayhomewlinh. It's a fitness and nutrition kind of community where I share my advice on exercise and nutrition, how to build your own maybe diet plans and exercise plan, especially for young girls, young women.
Yeah. So how did you start your fitness journey?
How did I start my fitness journey? I think it became serious like 4 years ago, around 2018 or 19. At that time, I didn't really exercise a lot. I only practiced like sports. But then I remember it was not a serious body shaming, but it was someone telling me that I look a little bit, saggy? Is it the right word?
Saggy? So if someone said that you look saggy, that's super mean.
No, it's not like, a good hourglass body.
Okay. So basically they're saying that you look kind of plain or like not sexy, basically? Or
kind
like
of,
what their image of sexy is.
Yeah, like
okay.
90, 60, 90 kind of like body, hourglass body where you have like big booties and then like big breasts basically.
Okay.
And I didn't have something like that and yeah. So I decided to, because I also got a lot of influence online on Instagram, seeing different girls having like very nice pictures and then nice bodies, and I want to achieve something like that. So I started to enter that fitness journey. But in the beginning, it was not really healthy. Most of the time, I would just exercise for maybe 10-15 minutes, but then I would not eat, basically. Yeah. So I refrain myself from eating instead of exercising regularly in order to achieve that ideal body.
I mean, do you think that you internalize a lot of like the images that you saw on Instagram and or like the social media in general, like the image of an ideal girl, like you internalize those images and therefore you want to achieve that, so you did kind of in an unhealthy way?
Kind of. Like, I think at that time there was a chart or something saying that if you're at this height, you should be at this weight.
Okay. Like BMI?
Not the BMI one, but a Vietnamese website, I don't remember, but they say that, let's say I'm 163 cm, right? So I should weigh maybe 50 kg or less. So that was what I was trying to do, like making myself thinner, lower weight, less than 50, And at that time I was 56, I think.
Wow, that's so exact, that's so precise.
Yeah, I still remember the whole process of me losing weight and gaining weight back over the past few years.
So that was I guess the start of you maybe being health conscious in the sense of you're conscious of your weight, but not necessarily health conscious in terms of building like a healthy lifestyle, mixing exercising and good food. So when did that interest in being active and living a healthy lifestyle, when did that start?
When did it start? So I think I started research more online, and then the more I get into exercising, the more I realized that, oh, I'm really into working out already, because before that, I'm already kind of like athletic and sporty. I love playing different sports. So for me, exercising is not a really, it's not really a burden. So that's when I started to research more about how to eat healthy, how to exercise more regularly. And that's when it started changing my life, like changing my routine basically. Before that, I would just eat like sweet potatoes, chicken, or like apples.
Wait, that sounds kind of healthy though.
It is healthy, but it's not enough. Imagine I would only eat one sweet potato,
Okay, so like not enough. Okay.
one apple, and maybe just one chicken breast a day. Because that's what I think IU was apparently eating. And I followed her. Yeah. And it didn't really work out. Like I think for a few months, I didn't really lose any weight. But then I started eating like a little bit back. So every day I still try to eat breakfast, lunch and dinner, but just like lesser amount. So I think that's when it came to be more healthy. Yeah.
When was this again? Like how many years back?
I think it was around 2019. So 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And so once you kind of made that I don't know, mental switch, I guess, like I think there's a huge difference between, okay, like I want to live healthy to I want to make content to inspire other people to live healthy, right? There has to be like a point of realization when this interest that you have, which is like healthy living, healthy eating, exercising, becomes something that you're so kind of into or you believe in so much that you want to share it with the world and transitioning to an online content. So when did you start feeling like, hey, maybe I can make content about this?
Yeah, so that's a nice question, because I think around 2019, the end of 2019 or something, that was when coronavirus, the epidemic, started to happen. So it was very, very small at that time, but people started to close down schools, and like I didn't really have to go to school at that time even. And then I used to work a lot, so I had like baito, like different part-time jobs, teaching jobs, and also like restaurant jobs. But at that time, because of the coronavirus, I didn't really do those jobs. And I started to think like, oh, actually recently a lot of people, they made money through online sources. Like maybe they built YouTube channel for their incomes. Or maybe they do affiliate marketing to gain like some like
passive
income. Yeah. So I was really inspired by that. I was like, oh, okay, why not? Why should I just do something similar? So that's when I was like, oh, I do have a story. I do have something I want to share with other people, my fitness journey, and maybe if I do this in the future, like consistently, then I would have a chance to maybe train other people and make money at that time. So that was my original thought. If you find our contents valuable, please don't forget to share with your friends too, so they know more about Passion Project Japan.
Share. Oh, okay. So from the very beginning, you didn't treat this like purely as, like you didn't treat Instagram purely as like a journal. You treated it almost like from the standpoint of like, I can make money from this. Like it's possible to make money from this, and I want to turn this into a business if possible.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went in with that mindset.
I went in with that mindset. Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you think that affected your how you did stuff? Would you have done things differently? You think if you didn't have that mindset?
I would say so, because when I started the Instagram account, I always have like a goal. So my first goal, I still remember that I want to have 100 followers a week, and I did that, and it really worked. And I think that I thought at that time that one of the way to reach out to different people and maybe get people to know me better is by making my account bigger, more followers. So I tried to do that. But if it was just purely an interest, I want to share my stories, then I would just post without thinking about anything. But at that time, I already started to research how to build like an Instagram like grid to make it nicely aesthetic, and also what kind of contents I can put into my Instagram account.
So what kind of content? What kind of content did you post on your Instagram account?
The first few posts was just about food. So if you look at other Instagram accounts, right, you would see that they would use a lot of like expensive ingredients, salmon, almonds, all those kind of like things that I cannot afford myself.
Broke uni students cannot
broke
afford.
university student cannot afford it.
Yeah.
So I started to make my own recipes, and which also didn't really take a lot of time. So I used a lot of microwave recipes because let's say if you do bake a cake, it might take 1 or 2 hours, right? But if you do it with microwave, it can only take 10 or 15 minutes. So that's what I thought. If let's say my followers were to be a student, she would want something cheap and also not time consuming. So those are the first posts I posted, like healthy, fast, and inexpensive recipes.
I mean, that's a good hook. I mean, for lots of students, which I guess would be your demographic, probably. Yeah, young students like yourself, basically, people in your demographic. Yeah, getting a healthy, diet is really difficult in university, as I think I'm struggling with right now. But yeah, so you started with the recipes, and then what was the next step?
The next step was to introduce some of the exercise I did at home, because I also thought that maybe university students would not have a lot of money to go into the gym. So I equipped myself with some like barbells, dumbbells that can be used at home. And then I kind of record those exercises I do at home, and I tell them that, okay, these are the exercises that I'm doing, and it's effective. Yeah, so very basic content, I guess.
Well, it might have been basic, but what was the growth like? Because I think you experienced some pretty good growth, no?
Yeah, but I would say that it started to grow maybe 1 or 2 years later.
Okay, and so how often did you post?
I posted almost every day.
So you posted almost every day for 1 year? And that's when, like, only after that you experienced the growth?
Yeah.
Wow.
So at that, like, initially a lot of people approached. They DM me, they asked, oh, your contents are really, really nice. I want to follow you. I want to follow your guidance and everything. And they were a pretty loyal set of like followers. They keep asking me stuff every single day. I would say around that time I had like only 4,000 or 5,000 followers. But then it starts to peak when I invest in more like, pretty videos. Yeah, with the help of you, apparently.
Ooh, okay. This is story time. Okay, so this is how G and I kind of started working together. So we both came to Japan. Okay, this is like Corona period.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on the bus from Tokyo to Nagoya University, and then she mentions that she does fitness, like she has a fitness account.
Fitness account.
Right, and then I'm over here. I'm like, that's interesting because I have experience with social media, but I've never grown my own social media. But what I do have experience with is with cameras and video editing and just running social media in a very structured way. So I offered my help, my services to be like, behind the scenes and working the camera and working with the like kind of content calendar. So we actually came up with a content calendar or like a strategy, content pillars to post and do it basically more in a structured way. Yeah, and that's how we like started working together on this Stay Home with Ling Instagram, and that's when I guess we got quite a bit of growth from that, right?
Yeah, we got quite a bit of growth from that. I still remember I had the goal to tell Theo that I want to have 10,000 followers by the end of this year. I think it was 2021. And then we worked really, really hard on that. And I mean, we got it as well.
We got the 10K
We got the 10K
followers.
follower
I'm
as
gonna
well.
put like evidence because I remember I screenshotted this.
Yeah.
Like specifically, it was like 10,000. We did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was pretty fun. I think it was our strategy, to be honest, was pretty simple. If I remember, we basically did workout videos, but like specific areas. So, for example, today would be like
leg days.
leg day.
The next post would be like shower days, and some days would be like fast 5 minutes workout, or sometimes it would also be like cooking recipes but in video form, because I still remember at that time pictures and like, you know, is it called carousel?
Carousels, yeah.
Carousel is not so popular at that time anymore, and people changed the content into like reels. So we started to do everything into reels, and I think that's when all the videos started to like pop up everywhere, which is nice. I still remember that. Yeah.
It was like exciting times, yeah. And I
Yeah.
guess, I mean, to a degree, also COVID time. I think, from my observation, a lot of online creators blew up during COVID. People like Ali Abdal, for example. I mean, he already had a following before that, but during COVID time, because everybody was like in the house, they all blew up. A lot of streamers as well, right? Like in the entertainment space, people were not able to go outside, so they socialized. They had this like online kind of community. And I think that's where Stay Home with Ling was pretty good, because I think you built a pretty good community with your audience, like in Vietnam. Yeah. And you also held like several challenges and like kind of competitions.
I actually held several challenges, and then got quite some followers joining that competition. And I also collaborated with a Vietnamese like local restaurant at that time in order to create to give them like the reward. So I think at that time it was like top 3 followers who finish all the challenge, the weekly challenge, can have weekly free meals from a restaurant called Delisa.
Weekly free meals?
Yeah, weekly free
Like
meals.
Unlimited free meals?
Not unlimited. So you.
Because that would be a good deal. I would want that.
It was a really good deal, because how to say? So the deals contain like five meals a week. Mostly people would call it during lunchtime, and you can have salad or baguette. So basically, you don't have to care about your lunch if you go to work or to school. So that's why it was a really good challenge for the followers, I think.
Did you contact the restaurant, or was it like, you know, just like they contacted you?
I was working there once. I was working there for a few years. So I got pretty close to the owner. And then I offered the owner, hey, I see you collaborating with a lot of different gyms in Vietnam. And why wouldn't you collaborate with me? Because I'm a nano influencer, so it might be helpful for you to collaborate with me and maybe advertise your own food. So she was like, okay, that sounds nice. And she was like, she would offer, at that time, I think we shared half of the cost or something, I don't remember. So I still contribute a little bit of that weekly pack challenge, and she sponsored me half for that pack challenge. So the followers didn't have to pay anything, but I paid a little bit, and the restaurant sponsored a bit. Yeah.
So how much did you earn through your Instagram?
How much did I earn? Not a lot, but I also, because some of the followers were very loyal, and they asked me if I offer like online classes. So at first, I thought that, should I do this for free? And I did do that for free for a few followers. But then you remember in the very beginning, I wanted to be like an online business, right? So I started to charge people for online classes. Mostly it will last around 1 to 2 months. And I earned, in Vietnamese dong, it's around 150,000 Vietnamese dong.
How much is that in
a week?
Yen?
Now it's 1,000 yen, I guess.
Oh no.
Because of the currency. But yeah, but I got a few customers. I wouldn't say how many, but yeah, I got a few customers over the years. I think the most busiest time was during 2021 still, because that's when we were trying to grow the business, right? Yeah.
Right. So if it's 2023, okay, and someone is interested or has a passion for fitness, has a passion for maybe even becoming like a trainer, or just like a so-called fitness influencer, what do you think that they should be doing, or what kind of steps do you think they should do to gain a following on Instagram or like social media to like, build it as a business?
Build it as a business?
Like how can they become like an online fitness influencer basically?
That's a good question. I think nowadays people have more platforms than it used to be, like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, a lot of different places. And I think one of my, I would say weakness was that I only started and I only invested in Instagram. I didn't grow into TikTok. But nowadays, if you already have the knowledge and if you already have like maybe certain years of experience in fitness, I think you just start with all kinds of platforms. Yeah. And the most important thing is to start. Maybe you can learn the process on the way. Because when I started, I didn't really have a lot of knowledge as well. But I still started anyway. So I think if you don't really start anything, it will not happen, right? So that was my mindset at that time as well. I wanted to start something and I was like, okay, let's start it. I wouldn't care about what people would say. That's when in the first, I would say 100 posts, I didn't show my face at all because I want some privacy and also want some I want to be,
Anonymous?
Anonymous. And I feel more confident with that. And but that's the way that I try to put myself out there without stopping myself from doing stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of creators do that. Like, maybe you won't know them, but people like Dream. I mean, he revealed his face, but he also used to not show his face. There is some. I think it's not necessarily that you have to show your face. Yeah. So anonymous. So what do you think is your relationship with, because at the start, I guess you were kind of doing it because you internalize a lot of like body image, like things which honestly is not very healthy because it's social media body image conceptions and notions. But now, what would you say is your relation with that? Has it changed along the way?
Yeah, of course, it's changed a lot. I followed a lot of more healthy influencers. So they try to promote like positive body image. Like they said that you don't have to be so strict about food, but still you can still exercise a lot and have your own ideal body. You don't have to follow anyone. If you like it, you like it. So I follow that so-called healthy influencers, and it changed me a lot. And over the time that I did this, right, a lot of young girls reached out to me saying that, oh, actually I don't really eat at all. I even met girls sending me pictures saying that, oh, this is my current body and it was not healthy at all, but I still don't eat. And I think there's a very specific term for that where you not eating and you're still trying to lose weight. I think it's called
anorexia. Is it?
Anorexia or something.
It is an eating disorder, but anorexia, it's you refuse to eat.
You refuse to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I even talked to some girls like that. Of course, I'm not any kinds of like psychologist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot really give any advice in terms of that. So I told her like, no, this is actually not really good for you. You should go to see maybe a doctor or someone who are more like knowledgeable about this to talk to them because it's just not healthy for you. So in a way, it's not just about building business for me, but it's also about inspiring those girls who are not having like a very positive image of dieting and exercising to change their mindset and going into a more like balanced lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean it's an important message, and it's quite interesting, right? Because I guess your passion was in fitness, your passion was in becoming a trainer, even like doing personal training, and but through your content and through you being you became a role model for these girls. Also because I guess you walked that kind of struggles or that kind of body image issues in a way. Yeah, you struggle with that yourself. So I guess your message kind of resonated, or your content resonated with them, and that is a pretty good message or takeaway for anybody who's like listening or watching is like, you never know like whether your content will resonate with people. Maybe people are a lot more similar than you think. You know, they walk the same path. They might have the same mindset. So if you're kind of afraid of like starting because you think you don't have anything of value to add, I think you just being you and you having your own struggles or own personality and being able to, you know, share that with the world, or people can feel it and people will be able to find value from that. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of like fitness influencers, do you know Sam Sulek?
Sam Sulek?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, Sam Sulek is one of my favorite fitness I don't know what do you call it. Like, it's the most interesting, I would say, fitness influencer in the space right now. You probably seen me watch his videos. He's just this really like jacked American dude, right? And basically every day he just does a daily upload showing like his workout for the day. Yeah, and it's like really, really simple. Like, if you're thinking of like you need like crazy production quality, not really. He has his phone. Well, he used to just have his phone, something that he can record audio with. And then he's in the gym. He just records his whole gym session, just talking to the camera, being very chill.
Oh, is it the guy that he drives and also talks?
Yes, he drives and also talks. Yeah. So he's just like spitting philosophy. He's like 20, 21. I can't remember. Yeah, but he blew up on all social media platforms. Yeah, because I guess people just resonated with his okay, firstly, it's kind of abnormal that he's so jacked when he's like 20 or 21. But secondly, he's also, I guess people resonate with just him being chill, talking to the camera. Yeah. And when you watch his content, basically he's just kind of repeating like the same lessons and same things about the gym. Yeah. Which is, you know, you don't need like groundbreaking content, I think. You just need to be able to connect with people.
The audience.
Connect with the audience, right? And being genuine.
Yeah. I think that's not a nice strategy, but a nice way to show yourself as well. Because, I mean, it can be repetitive, but if people feel like, oh, I'm actually converse with this guy online indirectly, it would be also a nice way to create your own community, because they feel like you're their family or their friends in a way. So I guess that's a nice example.
There's also the whole thing about parasocial relationships, but maybe we don't need to go down that rabbit hole. So what is the future for Stay Home with Ling?
So ever since I came to the new like university, I kind of like stopped it because I had like other projects going on as well. But now I do learn that, because I still have that passion of like doing fitness and nutrition. I still go to gym almost every day. I still try to eat healthy and try to balance between like how to say, food outside and my own like comfortable food, like healthy food. So I still want to share those stuff, and I want to still expand my Stay Home with Ling brand more into more to the world, not just on Instagram, but maybe on TikTok, or maybe create my own website, make it into a more structural way. In the future, I do really wanted to do that because it's still my passion. So I don't mind rebranding as well. So whatever I want to do in the future that can help Stay Home with Ling to grow more, I would do it. And maybe after graduation, or when I have more time, I'm willing to sacrifice something else for this, then I would definitely continue to build the brand.
Interesting. So, well, I know you are kind of involved with many different things. Was it a conscious choice to stop Stay Home with Ling?
Conscious.
Or was it like, oh, suddenly like things got too busy and you're like, okay, this will take the back seat? Or do you like, okay, I kind of want to do other things now, so let me stop this and let me pursue other things?
Oh.
Because I struggle with this a lot. Like, sometimes I'm like, I consciously think like, oh, I should stop this because I don't really feel interested in doing this and I want to do other things. But then sometimes I'm just like, just life gets too busy and I kind of forget that I had this project that I'm starting. Yeah. And recently I've been thinking a lot about, you know, kind of narrowing down passion projects, because like I think even the first episode I mentioned, like you just want to do everything, right? And that's true. I have this personality where I just want to try everything. But recently, just, you know, listening to different business coaches on YouTube and stuff, they talk about being focused and just trying to do one thing really, really well, be world class at one thing instead of trying to do everything and be world class at everything. So I'm still kind of also figuring out what that passion point is that I really want to double down and I focus on, because everything looks interesting. I'm generally a very curious person, so yeah.
So I think for me it's like also the latter choice, in which I get too busy with different things and I unconsciously made stayhomewlinh not my priority anymore. But for me, I think it's also because I'm willing to do so. Like I don't feel regrets. I kind of paused stayhomewlinh for a while, because I believe that I can have time to do it in the future. And I also think that it's okay to try different stuff, because I know a lot of people they said that okay, just choose one thing and be good at it. But for me, I still think that you're still young. You can just try whatever you want to do. Like if you're interested in joining this club, just join it. Or if you think that you're good at like or you've never tried like let's say bouldering or climbing, just do it. You don't have to be really good at it. But in the future, if you think that you can just focus on one stuff, it's okay too.
If you guys are really enjoying the episode so far, please remember to like and subscribe on YouTube.
Also, don't forget to follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Since you've started a passion project, and I would say that you were successful in it. 10K followers on Instagram, that's pretty big. If we want to go to 10K followers on Instagram, please follow us at Passion Project GP. But what would you say to students or people who want to start their own passion project here or anywhere, to be honest?
I would say that don't think about like the risk or like what if. Maybe just start it, because if you, as I said before, if you don't start it, it's not going to happen, right? So I feel like sometimes just starting it is already 50% of the process, and maybe when you start and when you start to build that, then you can learn along the way, change the contents along the way. And I think that's the main message that I want to say. And also, you don't really have to aim big. Like you don't have to have maybe like 100 or 1,000,000 of followers in the first place. Maybe a small goals like 10K followers, or even such kind of small achievement is already, how to say, to be proud of. So I would say that like whatever you do, just start right away. And maybe have a good team in order to make it happen. You don't really need to work by yourself.
Have a good team. That's me.
Teams that's not sleeping, apparently.
A team that is not asleep. A team that is a team that is wide awake. So if you guys enjoy this episode and just enjoy the two of us just chatting and talking with each other, please leave a like on this video. It will be really, really appreciated. If you want to hear out or like you don't like the YouTube video, go and listen to us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. We are there, Passion Project Japan. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Passion Project JP. And thank you so much for listening, guys. This has been Gia's story.
Bye-bye.
Bye.